is what you get when you take a massive 454 big block and stuff it in to a single cab Chevy pickup truck. This is the beginning of the muscle truck era. This is the 1990 Chevy 454 SS. These trucks really starting that muscle truck era, and you know, unlike some of those later muscle trucks, this truck really did have a big performance component to it. You know, not just the look, not just the big engine. You've got the Bilstein shocks, you've got the beefy sway bar, you got the anti-lock brakes. You know, this truck was supposed to work in all aspects. Of course, you got the big 454, 7.4 liter, the engine that was in their 3500 work trucks, and well, they stuck it in this lightweight little performance setup. So they built these trucks for 3 years, the majority of them being built in 1990. 1990, you only had one option, or no options. You had to have the Onyx black truck, the red interior. You'd get the Silverado trim package, which is the sports steering wheel, the AC, the floor mats. It's funny filming these YouTube videos with more and more of these 90s pickup trucks, and all of them are fully optioned out, but you fast forward 30 years and it's pretty primitive. And again, like every one of the cars in the showroom that you get behind, you got to take a deep breath before you start driving it and really put yourself in that era when this car was new. I think that's, I don't know, it's a unique way to experience these vehicles. You know, you picture yourself springtime of 1990 here in really the first of its kind in a Chevy muscle truck. Big 454, big block engine. You feel like you're raked out. It's a tough looking truck. And really, you know, the hot rodding or muscle truck or sports truck scene was really just taking off when these things came out. You know, I remember in the late 90s, you'd flip through any car magazine and there would surely be a handful of pages dedicated to these sport trucks. So I think what's probably most impressive on this truck is obviously, yeah, they stuck a big engine in it and you're at 230 horsepower, but the real number is the torque number. 385 foot-pounds of torque. This thing is just a brute leaving the line. So they built just shy of 14,000 of these trucks between 90 and 92, with the vast majority of them being these trucks, the 1990, built right around 10,000 trucks. And as far as desirability goes, these are the trucks. These are the purest form of that 454, the black truck, best looking truck, in my opinion, with the red interior. You know, it's the one. You know, it's funny, my dad had one of these trucks very close to new within the first, it would have been within the first, I don't know, 6-7 years of him doing business. And, you know, in his mind, I don't think it was anything special. It was just a pickup truck that, you know, was a quick flip to buy and sell and try and make a few bucks. But, you know, I was talking to him before this video. He said already there was a few guys that thought these trucks, they're instant classics. These are a muscle truck that, you know, just like previous generations, this is the big block, this is the hot rod, it's going to be desirable in the future. And those guys were right. I mean, I'm driving one now out of our showroom. We've bought and sold a couple of them now, and a couple sports trucks from the 90s. And, you know, guys who were my age in 1990 or younger, they have some money now and they want them. Man, going through these corners here, leaning on the car pretty decently, or leaning on the truck pretty decently, This thing is stiff. I mean, you can feel the big front sway bar, the Bilstein shocks. This thing works, and it's not, you know, like an overly sprung big pickup truck sprung for towing. This truck is legitimately set up for performance. You don't get a whole ton of body roll. Well, it does everything well. It goes, it stops, and it turns. Very comfortable at speed. This thing's a lot of fun. That was a lot more fun than I expected. And like I said, I think while I was driving it, this truck, as far as a performance truck or a muscle truck, whatever you want to call it, it really ticks all the boxes. Super tough looking truck, big rake to it, lowered front end. You've got the big engine, you've got the 454. And what I think I was probably most impressed with, or what surprised me the most, was how well this thing handled. I mean, very pointy truck. Front end works super well, super stiff. I'm looking at it, I can see the big sway bar. Bilstein shocks. Very, very pleasantly surprised with how well this thing works. This truck is an unbelievable example. Great paint, you can see still the orange peel, and with right around 3,000 miles, this thing is virtually brand new. I guess now we got to talk about value and the market for these things. And I think, like, you know, our station wagon video a couple weeks back, that market is very much driven by nostalgia. Well, fast forward 20, 25 years, and you're in this era. This too now is 35 years old. These trucks, the demand for these things is being driven by nostalgia as well. Well, we know the demand is there, as these trucks are already into the 6 figures. The demand is going to be ever increasing as guys who loved these trucks when they were kids start to make more and more money. So where's the price gonna go? Who knows? But it's gonna continue to rise for great low mileage examples like this truck. If you want to see more car content like this, make sure that you subscribe to our YouTube channel, and don't forget to visit our website to explore our curated inventory of luxury, classic, and investment grade cars.